Hey everybody, this is Black Mermaid. How are you guys doing? In and out, in and out. Okay, so um we are going to do a reading. Mm, hold on. Hey, I'm back. uh so Meghan and Harry, right? Meghan and Harry. So what's going on with these two? Right now I'm going to use the what is it? I'm going to be using The Dark Mirror by Laura Sava. So, what can the cards say about Meghan and Harry? I used to do this for you guys, remember? God, that was a long time ago. I'm still trying to figure myself out, and, you know, I have too many birds chirping in my ears about what I can and cannot do with my channel. So I was thinking, I'm trying to come up with a new name. And the one I have is Black Mermaid Oracle's Solving Mystery Readings. And I came up with that one thinking that I can go on ahead and just solve a lot of theories, since basically that's all I ever did, especially for Rachel Meghan Markle. It was just everything was basically a theory, and I was just doing yes or no readings regarding that. So it was like, you know. So I figured, what do you guys think? Um, my apologies if my face is off color right now. Okay, so what is going on with Meghan and Harry? A lot of you guys would like to know. Um, I could have sworn I took down my comment. Not took down, but I'm not sure if I turned it on or if I turned it off. I could have sworn I turned it back on, so that you guys can comment down below. But if I turned it off, you guys can totally tweet me with your theories and what you would like to have be answered. Okay? So what's going on with Meghan and Harry? This is a really this is really good. Okay, so for Meghan and Harry, we have the atonement. Okay? So, the atonement, I feel like it's talking more about Harry, but this is a familial situation, a familial circumstance. What they mean by atonement is Harry and Meghan are going to have to take accountability for their actions. If they want to rekindle their, well, not rekindle, but reconcile with their family members, or with the people that they have been associating themselves with, they're going to have to start taking ownership of their actions, of the things that they say and do. Okay? This is card 31, which equals number 4, right? So, Meghan and Harry need to meditate They need to think about how their actions are affecting themselves as well as others. Four of Wands is about stability, but it's also about marriage. So, for stability regarding their relationship with each other or just in regards to family, they're going to have to think about how they they're going to have to think long and hard. They need stability for sure. They need stability within their marriage. They need stability regarding their relationships with people. Um, it's not okay for Meghan and Harry to disassociate themselves from those who have been supporting them, from those who have been helping them. It's also not okay for them to abuse the relationship that they have with others. Okay? This is what the atonement card is supposed to represent, or what it's supposed to be all about. It's about all about taking self accountability, taking actions for what you have said, not taking actions, but taking actions, but at the same time being able to acknowledge the fact that you have fucked up, and that if you continue going down that road, you're going to execute, if not burn, everything down to the ground. One thing that a lot of people seem to take for granted is the fact that we are all supposed to be a part of a community, a society, a team, a network, and all of our actions affects the other. And for Meghan and Harry to disassociate themselves from their families, to do the things that they have been doing, I don't know, I'm getting the itch. uh, to do the things that they have been doing, abusing their relationship with the people that has been supporting them, caring for them, uh, nurturing them, taking those people for granted, just being negligent with their words and their actions is not okay. Okay? So we got atonement, right? And this is what Meghan and Harry need to do, taking accountability for their actions. Because this is what's going to be the end result. Now, this is the first card. Okay? This is the first card. But Meghan and Harry, before they wound up in this position, they need to take atonement for their actions. Otherwise, it's just going to keep getting worse. Four of Swords, meditation, contemplation, uh, before you get buried by all of the chaos that is running through their minds. Stability, especially in regards to marriage and relationships, needs to be maintained, and it needs to be reestablished. Four of Pentacles, greed is not a good look. They're holding a lot back, but they need to learn to let go. And what they also need to learn is that they can't be in control of what happens in this world, what happens in life, and be in control of people as well. They're trying to maintain control over their finances, over how they receive their finances, over how they uh, obtain their financial stability, etc. It's not looking good. They're trying to control everything, and that's not a good motive, prerogative, or it's just, it's messy. It gets messy. Then we have the Four of Cups, which is wanting something that you cannot have. And Harry and Meghan, I don't know about Harry, but Meghan wants stardom, and it's out of her reach. For those of you guys who remembered, I said, well, for those of you guys I may have not said this to, but I did say, well, what I'm going to say is Megan could have been better off being a model versus an actress. Especially as pretty as she was when she was younger, um, she had the potential to at least be a model. Especially if you're talking about being center stage of everything, you know? It's like if you're not good at one thing, then go and try something else. She tried being an actress. She tried other things, you know, but it just wasn't clicking. And she tried modeling, but it didn't click. She didn't want to do it. I don't know why. Like I said, she was very pretty when she was younger, so she could have went with that, and that could have been her thing. But she decided to go for something that was just not who she is or who she wants to be or who she's trying to project herself as. Next card, we have forgetting oneself. Card 17, card number which equals 8. 8 of Swords, feeling entrapped, even putting yourself in a situation where you're stuck and nobody put you in that position but you. So now you have to get out. 8 of Wands is all about travel. It's all about emails, information being expressed rather quickly. 8 of Pentacles is about honing one's own skill sets and being able to flourish in that and being able to sustain oneself in that, being able to make a career out of that, something very sustainable and manageable. 8 of Cups, letting go. Yeah. So it's about letting go, moving on, moving forward, and not looking back on your past mistakes or your situation that has happened within the past. Time for you to live in the here and now and to keep moving forward. But both Harry and Meghan have forgotten who they were. Life has the tendency to actually do that. When you've been on this planet long enough, when you make a topic or a subject or people or a career your main focus and you put that on a pedestal and you're just like glorifying it, it's just kind of like you forget who you are as an individual person being. And that's what they said about forgetting oneself. Meghan and Harry forgot where they came from. They forgot who they were. You know, they forgot who they wanted to be when they were children before they became who they are now. You know, a lot of trauma, a lot of situations where you just feel like no matter how many times you try to do what's right, it just backfires. So you try to do something different, but it's not something that's right. It's not something that's good. It's actually negating your true intentions of what it is that you're trying to do with your life. Now, Meghan wanted to be a star, so that's her prerogative. But at the end of the day, the price that she had to pay to become the woman that she is, to get to where she is, you know, it came at a cost. So, this is the second card. This is the first card, right? Last card is card 14, hiding your true self. Card 14 equals 5. 5 of Pentacles, poverty. Harry and Meghan are going straight into poverty. They're not making money. They're not able to provide some sort of substance or any ideas or projects or material positions to require that financial stability. You know, 5 of Swords, a lot of stabbing in the back, We can clearly see that. Five of Wands, conflict. We can clearly see that. There's always conflict with these two in regards to their family. But I mean, at that point, the amount of times that they have been stabbing their family and their friends and their society and the community in the back, I would recommend the community and the families to disassociate themselves from these two so that they can understand that they are not supposed to do everything alone and be in control of everything. You have to share that power. Or otherwise, especially if you don't have any talents, if you're talentless, you have to share your platform with other people. If anything, Harry and Meghan could have just been managers and they could have just recruited a lot of people with talent and just been like, we provide you the platform, here you go, put in the work. Look, we can split this payment 50-50, and then split it again, but you get your share for damn sure, because you're putting in all of the work. We're just maintaining and managing all of your what is it? We're just managing everything. We put shit together. We make sure everything runs smoothly. We make sure that you get your clients, or we make sure that you get your events done. They had the money to do that. But they were like, let's get a $14 million home, which was a bad idea, because a lot of that money that Harry and Meghan could have had, they could have invested into people with actual talents. They could have created a platform for people who don't have the access and the network that Meghan and Harry actually have. Harry is a prince, and Meghan is she's a star girl, but she doesn't like to share the platform, which is very unfortunate because had she had the ability to share the platform and not abuse her power and authority over others and not treat people like they are unimportant, her and Harry could have gotten a lot further, especially in the Mullah situation. Hiding your true self. I spoke of poverty. I spoke of conflict. I spoke of betrayal. Then we go into let's see, five of pentacles, five of wands, five of swords, five of cups, emotional loss, being emotionally drained, tapped out. So basically, what Meghan and Harry are trying to do is exhausting them. Basically, the fives within the court cards is just all tapped out. And then the five cards leads to the Hierophant. If I remember this correctly, the Hierophant is the go-to person for advice, especially marital advice. So I would recommend Harry and Meghan going to a priest or a preacher or a marriage counselor, etc., or even a guidance counselor, a life guidance counselor, whatever they believe in, is spiritual guidance counselor. I don't care. But they need to figure out where they stand in all of this, where they actually stand in regards to their relationship kind of burning to the ground, because they need that connection with the royal family. I don't know why Harry allowed himself to kind of like malfunction like that, but he needs his family's prestige and status in order for him to take care of his wife and keep her around. And Meghan needs the royal family in order for her to have access to the celebrities that she has now. But the thing is, again, they're depleting themselves. Both of them are talentless. Both of them are just like struggling. So there's definitely some financial struggles. There's a lot of conflict. 5 and 5 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 5 is 20. So basically, 2 is all about partnership, duality, balance, yin and yang. It doesn't matter how you actually project it. There needs to be absolute balance. Meghan and Harry are acting like predators right now, which is very unfortunate considering the fact that they can't afford that kind of way of thinking. Sorry, I got something on my lip. Don't like the feeling, you know. But yeah, it's just kind of like you guys gotta think before you speak and think before you act. Meghan needed the royal family. Harry needed the royal family. Um, the fact that those two have forgotten that is not a good thing. And the fact that they have been trashing their families is an ultimate betrayal. Because at the end of the day, again, you need that status. You need that title that the both of you have in order to get the things that you have been trying to get. Now, had Harry and Meghan just said, you know what? We're going to support the royal family. We're going to be here for the royal family. We're going to keep doing what we're doing before the Megxit. Had they just said, we're all in, right? But we would also like to have a little piece of ourselves to ourselves and be able to help others. You know, that would have been, I mean, you're not going to get paid, but you would have been able to have more access with celebrities had you just kind of like, hey, I'm looking for recruits. I'm looking to help people get to where I would like to go. Had Meghan just put herself into other people's shoes who are talented or who are not talented but need someone to invest in them, I think they could have had some really huge potential, but they didn't go that route. Like I said, Meghan didn't want to share that platform. Harry just went with it. He sacrificed his relationship with his family, stabbing them in the back. And it's just kind of like, at some point, when a victim is done being victimized, they either fight back or they disassociate themselves from that toxic relationship, which is their right to do. You cannot be in a toxic relationship and pretend that you are going to remain a good hearted person. That's just not how that goes. Toxic relationships, especially as a toxic good person, requires for you to be an enabler, requires for you to think you're a good person, but really you're just like trying to keep someone as close to you as possible. And, you know, you feed that toxicity that's in them, and it just winds up backfiring, you know? There's no good coming out of you enabling someone to just bite every hand that feeds them. It's not a good idea at all. And the royal family has been feeding them. And Meghan and Harry had their fans, and it didn't go so well. So I'm going to use the Martian Tarot deck. Uh, I don't know who the creator of this deck is, but I do know that it's created by a company called Prime Muse. I got this off of the Amazon. So I'm going to do a 3 card. Hopefully you guys will get this video before it taps out. Otherwise I'm going to do a part 2. But like I said, you guys, conspiracy theories, I will answer them. So tweet me, okay? And I'm going to see if I can reestablish that and have you guys tweet me. Well, give you guys my information so you guys can tweet me. Anything that's like that's gonna get me canceled off this show. I really not this show, this channel. Anything that's gonna get me off of this channel, I don't really care too much about, because at the end of the day, I was falsely accused of shit twice, at least 3 times now, and it's kind of like, you know what, fuck it. You know, you can make whatever video you want, but as long as you got somebody just like reporting you to YouTube, telling them that you made something that's not true, you know, they can write you off and they don't have to look into your shit in order to do that, you know. So it's very unfortunate, but I don't give a shit about being called, about being accused of being copyrighted or getting this channel canceled. Because at the end of the day, you know, if you're not gonna look into my shit before you cancel me or before you give me a warning, and you're gonna listen to what other people have got to say to you, then yeah, you know, just fuck it. Just do whatever the fuck you want with this channel while you still have it. You know, I might get I might get canceled just by saying that. But what's going on with Meghan and Harry? But yeah, you know, after a while, when you've been falsely accused of shit more than once, it's just like fuck it. Okay, so I got 3 cards. Yay. Okay, so we got the Knight of Pentacles. Then this is Harry. He's the gift that just keeps on giving. Then we have the Six of Cups, I believe. And the order is not like this. It's actually like this. This is the first card. This is the second card. And right here is the third card, right? So, Harry is the gift that just keeps on giving. And he's feeding into this idea that without his blessings, this is what's going to happen with Meghan and their so-called kids. Okay? Like I said, he's just the gift that just keeps on giving. That just keeps on giving. If he doesn't, he's going to have to think about what's going to become of Meghan and their so-called children. This is, yeah, this is the Six of Cups. Usually this is happy nostalgia and memories. But this is just a traumatic situation for Meghan and Harry. You can look at this woman's face right here. She's broke. She's got 3 kids. I believe someone's trying to either sell her something or trying to propose. I'm not sure. But either way, there's promise. But at the same time, the end result is Meghan and their so-called kids winding up in poverty. And that's if Harry doesn't stop, actually winds up not giving to her anymore, you know. So now we got the masculine energy, the Seven of Pentacles, right? So this is Harry investing in Meghan and in their relationship, investing in all of her hopes and dreams, investing in all of these conflicts, right? So, but you got to reap what you sow, though. Harry doesn't think. He thinks he's providing a good future for himself and for Meghan, but all he's doing is providing more work for himself to do. As you can see, right here, Harry's alone. Meghan with 3 kids. She doesn't really have 3 kids, but if you guys remember correctly, there was a rumor where she was thinking about having a 3rd child, even though her and Harry actually agreed to have only 2. But even then, theory behind that, the mystery behind that, is that those 2 kids may not actually even exist, like at all. You know? But Harry is putting in a lot of work into this relationship, though. It sucks. But that's the life he chose. He chose to go on ahead and disown his relationship with his family because he believed that they weren't supporting him. It's like, what more can your family give you? You know? But apparently for Harry, it's like, you could give me more. Give my woman what she wants. Started some conflict with his grandmother about the tiara, all that shit, you know? So, like, yeah, I don't know what Harry's thinking, but things aren't looking so bright for him. Now, next, this is a 30-minute reading. Pray for me, you guys. I need to make this a smaller video. If I can extract as much data usage out of this as I possibly can to give you guys a good video here, then it'll be worth it. But yeah, nothing is looking too good for Harry and Meghan. So, here's Meghan. And this person is the people. Let's just call them the people. Special privilege, self-entitled, Pride and Prejudice. Have you guys ever seen that movie? I saw that movie when I was younger. It's a really good movie. But this is straight up Pride and Privilege, though. It's like, that's not a good look. Taking pride in being the privileged one is like, it's not a, she wants to be worshipped. She wants to be adored. She wants to be appreciated. Her father did that. Made her more valuable than what she really is, I guess. Next we have, there's definitely going to be someone new coming her way, because that's just how life works. When things don't go your way, you know, you go for something else. There's no such thing as commitment anymore. So this is the order. First card, second card, third. Okay. So what this is indicating is that this isn't a woman, but I believe I can approach this as Harry trying to entertain the idea that he can keep Meghan forever. That's not true. How many times has she bounced between men? How many times, right? She's a hustler. Sorry, not sorry. She's a hustler, and that's what she's good at. Hustling people out of into helping her more than she helps them. You know, and just simply